Go. Hello, welcome back for another installment of Front-End Mentor and some of the challenges there. It's my third video, so hopefully you've watched the previous two. If not, welcome. This is your first one. Today we're going to try the four-card feature of Front-End Mentor. Still the newbie section of the challenges, but nonetheless, this one's a little bit more difficult than the previous two. Just looking at it straight off the bat, it's going to take a little bit of CSS layouts to get this one right. Might introduce some grid layout, mix in with some flexbox to get this one sorted. Let's get into it. So first off, obviously we just want to look at it first, figure out what we're going to do. So obviously there's those four card sections. We'll just have a look at it here. Okay. So yeah, there's like four cards, pretty much all the same style, just different content, and then this little content box up the top here. So nothing too crazy this time. But nonetheless, let's get it started. So I want to divide this into two sections this time. So I'm going to do the top and the bottom. And we're going to call this one top. Top content container. We'll call this one bottom. No, we're going to call this one card container. And we'll just call this content container. And then this is going to have four divs inside it, each with a class of card. And then we've got this, I guess, h4, and then a p tag. And then we have a div, and I'm going to put the image inside the div. Yeah, I'll explain that one a bit later when I get into that. I think that should be fine for that. And let me just look at the mobile version. So supervisor, team builder, karma. Okay. Supervisor card. Perfect. I can get that out of the way. Let's go ahead and make three more of this. Team builder, karma. Karma. And lastly, calculator. Okay, now they've got that sorted, we can just go ahead and throw in. Actually, let's get this. So this is going to be, this looks like two of the same heading. This one's got a span on it. Looks like one's slightly bigger. But either way, we're just going to do this. And then that is a p tag there. Get these headings in there. I'm actually going to throw this one in a span. And we'll just do top header. Just so I can style that one a little bit differently later. And then we'll go ahead and throw these in. So hopefully these are fairly easy to follow along with. Um, I haven't gotten much feedback yet, so I'm not sure if these are easy to follow guides, if they're, I don't know, if they make sense at all. But hopefully they're easy to follow and they make sense and you're learning something. But I'm always open to suggestions on how to make these a little bit more digestible. But regardless, so we've got that in there. And now we'll just chuck in these images. So what do we got? We got the supervisor. Yeah. And then we've got team builder and karma. I'll say it's like a light bulb. And the final one is a calculator screen. Cool. Cool. There's our boxes. And I think we are pretty good to go there. Cool. So what we'll do now is actually might chuck this up here. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. So I'm gonna chuck this. Uh, let's get rid of that. Put that across. I'll actually get this across there. All right, so we can go ahead and start styling this. As always, let's get rid of the defaults. And also, if there's anything that you don't fully understand or why I'm doing certain things, definitely feel free to comment, ask away, let me know, and I can potentially explain it a little bit more in depth next time. Yeah, I know sometimes, yeah, it becomes just second nature at some point. So the background color is gonna be it's like grayish. So the primaries are for the cards. Yeah, assuming it's just light gray. Display flex. That's fine. Uh, center. We'll add a bit of a padding on this as always. We'll do 15 pixels again. And we'll start building these cards out. Let's name them card in there. Background. Okay, so what is happening? Ah, that would make sense. Okay, so we just haven't linked the style sheet. Happens to the best of us. But now we should have style sheet. There it is. And what we're going to do now is, yeah, to start building it out. So for this card container, I think I'm going to start with a display of flex. And then I'll add a flex wrap. I haven't done one of these yet, so it'd be good to add it in. Yeah, okay, that'll be fine. All right, beautiful. So as you can see, what I've done here, div, ah, I don't know what that is. Div, okay. Don't know what's happening down here. Okay. All right, perfect. So yeah, so what I have just done for the images, because I've had it got them in this div, I have done float right. So what that does is it basically pushes the image all the way to the right of the div. Alternatively, left, it stays there. I don't think you could do middle now. Can you use center? No, that sort of thing. But yeah, float right just gets it all the way over there. It's better than doing display flex, aligning it that way. Just a little bit less code. Sort of an inbuilt thing, and yeah, it just makes it a little bit easier. Um, but we will get some padding in here for the cards. I'm gonna go 25 pixels. We're also gonna do a border radius of about 5. They don't seem too intense. And now I want to start. I want to get this top border on, and I'll also add the box shadow. Seems to have 0 on the X, and it has a little bit on that one. And I'm going to go 25 pixels. I'm going to go white. No, not white, sorry. I'm going to go 15 pixels. Box sizing, no, we don't want that. We want box shadow. Cool. We don't want that. We want that. We want grey. We don't want too much. I want a really subtle one. Yeah, that's not too bad. A little bit of a. Might go 10. It's not too bad. Maybe 5, 6. We'll go 6. Okay. Now we'll get these. I'm going to close this first of all. So I'm just going to target all these cards. Team builder card. And I'm going to do a border top just to get this little colored thing that I've got going on. So border top, we'll just do 1 pixel. And we want this red for the team builder. And that should Give it something. Um, that looks decent. 3 pixels. I'm happy with that. Comma. Supervisor. And supervisor is this cyan color. Comma is this orange. And then calculator is this blue. Pixel. Beautiful. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to add a max width to this, just so it'll wrap. So if you see here, if I do max width of say 50 pixels, um, max width of like 150. Nope, like 250 maybe. Looks better, but I think it could be 300. Yeah, 300 looks decent. Potentially 300. Yeah, I think that's right. Okay. Okay, so card container with 100%. Flex wrap wrap. Alright, cool. Okay, one thing I don't know what's happening right now is it should be wrapping, but it's not. So what we're going to do is figure out why. Oh, okay. That's why. Alright, so it's not flex direction column. That was my mistake. Um, alright, cool. There we go. So we've got that in. So that works pretty fine. And we're just going to add, actually, I'm going to say we don't need that. I don't think we need to put a gap on the inside cards. We can just add a margin to the P, and also a line height. Let's say like 20 pixels, 5. That's good. Maybe add this 15. No. Okay, that's my bad. 10. And then we'll also just add one to the top of this image. Because it just seems like they want it a little bit further down. Maybe like that. Yeah, that looks alright. Alright, cool. So we got that. So the idea is Yeah, I guess we can. I don't think we do need to do grid for this, honestly. Just depends. Yeah, no, that's fine. I will start adding the font though. So also font sizes, 10 pixels. Font family is Poppins. I don't mind Poppins. I've used it a few times for some projects, but I want to get that in there. So we're after 2, 4, and 6. So that seems the P is a 2, and this span is a 2. Actually, the internet's slow. Alright, so let's go ahead and do the top part. Okay, so we've got this. Um, alright, cool. I don't know why that was happening. So we want to get this top container, content container, sorry. I want to get a max width of 300 pixels. Okay, text align center. So I want to grab this. I'm going to grab this Poppins right now, actually. 246. There we go. So we got Poppins in there. Now we want the P to be 400 maybe? Yeah, I think that's 400. And this span is 200. Yeah. I think P is this light gray, grayish blue. Let's see if it's the grayish blue. Actually, I do need it. Yeah, that's that. And I believe the H2 is this. Yeah, perfect. That's looking pretty good. We do want to give this content container a bit of a bottom margin, 50, 75. And what I want to figure out is why this is so far across center. Hmm. Don't know why that's disappearing. Let's have a look. That's strange. Um, yeah, interesting. That is strange. We're also going to equalize these cards a bit. Stretch. Yeah, cool. And yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Content container. Is it the name? Oh, okay, that's why. Okay, yeah. Okay. Sorry, I wasn't sure what's going on. So, okay, cool. There we go. So we're aligning it center now, and that looks a lot better. But we do want to add some padding to the top of this. Not what we want. Okay. Probably put this as margin order. For the main, that should. Okay, no. That's right. We can change that in a little bit. We can do a media query there. So actually, we'll do that right now. So we'll do a media query, media and with screen. This is where I always get it mixed up. Give me 1 second. Media query. I don't know why I always get this confused. Anyway, but we're going to do media query there here. So yeah, so originally I thought we were going to do grid, but I think I have a better idea. So these two cards on the far left, um, which ones are they? Supervisor? Is it supervisor? Yeah, so supervisor and karma. So we're gonna name them. We're gonna add a different class. So actually, no, we're not. We're just gonna do both of them. Transform. We're gonna translate on the y-axis 50%. Um, min width 600, 700. So what this is going to do is hopefully just send them down out like that. That's actually perfect. That's what we want. But I don't want that. So what I'm going to do is add a max width to the main of 1,000 pixels maybe. I need to find this point here because it starts way too early. Yeah. So what would that be? So the cards are 300 pixels, so 369, so 900 maybe is a good starting point. Yeah. And then we're going to include the gap, so 940. Cool. And what we'll also do is add a padding to the top, like 50 pixels, maybe even 100. Nah, 75. And the, yeah, I think that's looking pretty decent, to be honest. And then let's see what this looks like for a second. Okay, and then this desktop design, we'll see what that looks like. Okay, so that increases again. So what is that one? So content container max width, like 400 pixels or something. And I think the margin changes this a little bit. I just don't want it to be so far, so I might just do like 50 pixels. See what that looks like. That's not too bad. I could probably live with that, maybe even less. We'll go 25. And I'll also do, yeah, we'll change that a bit. Nice. That's looking pretty good, honestly. Now we've got this, and that's just with Flexbox. Yeah, I like it. That's good. Now, obviously, there's font sizes a little bit off. I'm aware of that. So you could always just go in and change that a little bit. So like these H4s, what we can do, yeah, we'll change them. So font size, we got 1.4 M, 1.3. Yeah, good. All right, that's looking good. I'm pretty happy with that. Um, yeah, it looks pretty good. So yeah, in summary, I definitely thought it was going to be a grid. I was going to do a grid for this test desktop layout, but with that transform, I mean, it's sort of a workaround just so you're not playing with uh, a whole different layout system. Um, so yeah, just using that Flexbox, that Flex wrap can be handy sometimes to avoid that. And what else did we do? Not too much, to be honest. But yeah, I think if you want to go in and look at the Figma files yourself, you can always, yeah, like I said with all of these, you can pixel push, you can get it like really pixel perfect, which is what you definitely want at the end of the day. Um, but for this sake of just teaching, it's you've got the main structure of how to lay this one out pretty much there, um, and it's looking good. When I uploaded that, I realized I was doing something wrong. Um, as you can see from my solution, my calculator and Karma were reversed, and that's just coming from doing Flexbox. The way that Flexbox works, so they're in the wrong way. So my original plan of grid layout is definitely suitable for this. Um, so I have I did quickly do it. Um, I should have filmed it, but I apologize. So what I've done is the card container. I've changed it to display of grid, as you can see, and then I've added 3 columns and then 4 rows. And what that does is replicates this. So it's 1, 2, 3 columns, and then 1 row here, 2 row, 3, 4. And then for each card, I've gone and done a grid area and just indicating where each one starts and finishes. So for the supervisor card, it starts at row 2 and then starts at column 1, ends at row 4, and then goes to column 2. And then just the rest are just, yeah, as you can imagine, the same thing, just a different position. And that gives us that, um, this look. And then, yeah, added a couple more things with width, um, and changed the font sizing. But basically, that should be good to go now. I don't know if the live site is updated. Kind of. It's doing a weird thing with it. Um, okay, yeah. So if we generate a new screenshot, should be a little bit better now. Yeah, so it's all in the right spot. Just a little bit of pixel pushing still. I might actually go back and do some pixel pushing if I get the chance. I've also noticed that the box shadow has more of a bluish tinge to it under the cards. But yeah, that's it for this video. Sorry about that quick turnaround of the change. I do apologize. And yeah, I'll look forward to the next one. See ya.